Hello boys and girls, hi, I'm Mr. Beaumont. I hope you're well and I hope you're doing all your homework during the school suspension. So there is some exciting news for you, which is that this week you will be having a Zoom lesson with me or Mrs. Burney and also your English teacher. So the Zoom lesson is all about Australian animals. And today in this video, I am going to tell you a little bit about some Australian animals, and I'm also going to tell you what you can do, what you must do before the Zoom lesson. So let's get started and we will learn some words about Australian animals. So if you didn't know, Australia is a country, and this is the map outline and the flag of Australia. And Australia is a very special country because there are a lot of different types of animals that only come from Australia. So let's look at some of the words and some of the animals that come from Australia. This one you might know. Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Koala. Koala. This is a wombat. Wombat. Who's this cute little animal? It's a sugar glider. Sugar glider. And what's this strange looking animal? It's a platypus. A platypus. So we have learned some new Australian animals, and now we need to look at some words that can describe these animals. So all of these animals are mammals. They are mammals, which means they are warm-blooded and they give birth to their live young. They have hair or fur and they drink milk from their mummy. So they are all mammals. And lots of them are marsupials. Marsupials. The special thing about marsupials is that they have a pouch, usually on their front, where they keep their baby. So human beings and cows, sheep, horses, those type of mammals have their baby inside the mummy's tummy. But the marsupials have it on the outside in a pouch. Lots of these animals are nocturnal. Nocturnal, which means they mainly come out at night, especially to eat. They come out at night to eat. So this is a tree called a eucalyptus tree. And on the eucalyptus tree are many eucalyptus leaves. Eucalyptus. So because we're going to learn about how heavy the animals are, you need to know about grams and kilograms. Grams usually represented by a G, kilograms by a kg. And when we're talking about how tall they are or how long they are, we're talking about meters and centimeters. Meters and centimeters. Okay, so now we know a lot more words. Then I'm going to tell you how to do the pre-task. The pre-task is what you should bring to the Zoom lesson. So on the school website, you can find a PDF called Australian Animals Pre-task and Fact Files. And this PDF can tell us a lot more information about the 5 animals that we met today. And those 5 animals are kangaroo, koala, platypus, wombat, and sugar glider. So what do you need to do in the pre-task? You need to choose an Australian animal that you like. And you're going to choose from these four: koala, platypus, wombat, or sugar glider. Do not choose kangaroo. I will tell you why in a moment. And on a piece of paper, you're going to write 3 facts about the animal you have chosen. So you're going to need a pencil and a blank piece of paper. So let me show you what you should do. So I have chosen kangaroo, which means I don't want you to choose kangaroo. Do not write about kangaroo. So you're going to need your paper and your pencil when you do your writing. So firstly, I'm going to read through the first paragraph. And it says kangaroos are mammals that are found in Australia. They are marsupials, which means that mothers carry their babies in a pouch. Their babies are called joeys. So the first paragraph has a lot of facts, and I just want to write one sentence from here. So I know kangaroos are mammals from Australia, and I know we are talking about Australian animals, so I'm not going to write that fact. I want to write about them being marsupials. So I'm going to write kangaroo at the top of my page, and I'm going to write number 1, kangaroos are marsupials. And a little bit of an explanation is they carry their babies, which I know are called joeys, so I'm going to write they carry their joeys in a pouch. So that's the first fact I have written, which talks about the first paragraph. Now let's read the second paragraph. They, which of course means kangaroos, they have large feet and long hind back legs. Kangaroos can reach a weight of 60 kilograms, and hop at speeds of 90 km per hour. Now I want everyone to write at least one of your facts to have some numbers in. So I'm going to highlight the numbers, which is about their weight and how fast they can hop. So my sentence 2 is going to say they can weigh 60 kg and hop 90 km per hour. And you notice that I made my sentence a bit shorter. I don't need to copy it exactly from the text. I can just draw out the key points and make a shorter sentence that is easier for me to remember and easier for me to learn how to say. Okay, and point 3 is about the bit at the bottom that says, did you know kangaroos cannot move backwards? And this sentence is already quite short, so I'm going to copy it directly. Kangaroos cannot move backwards. So now I have my 3 facts about kangaroos. Boys and girls, you will not write about kangaroos. You will write about one of the other 4 animals. So now let me read to you about the other 4 animals, and you can choose one and write your 3 facts about your chosen animal. Let's start with the koala. And I will try to move my pointer so you can follow along the words when I'm reading. Koalas are from Australia. People incorrectly refer to koalas as koala bears, but they are not bears. They are actually marsupials, just like kangaroos. They have 2 thumbs on each hand, which helps them climb and grip trees. An adult koala eats around half a kilogram of leaves each day. They mostly eat eucalyptus leaves. They move slowly and sleep a lot to save their energy. They are nocturnal. Did you know koalas sleep for around 18 to 20 hours per day? Okay, so there are a lot of facts about koalas in this fact file. Now we can move to platypus. Platypus. The platypus is a mammal that is only found in eastern Australia. It lives on the land and in water. Even though it is a mammal, it lays eggs instead of giving birth. Platypuses have a mouth like a duck bill, and a tail like a beaver. They are nocturnal, which means they come out at night to eat. Platypuses are excellent swimmers and can stay underwater for 30 seconds before coming up for air. They are around 50 centimeters long and can weigh up to 2.4 kg. Did you know the platypus is on the Australian 20-cent coin? Okay, so there is some more information about platypuses. Let's look at the next two animals. Wombat. Wombats are mammals that are only found in Australia. They are marsupials, just like kangaroos and koalas. They are good at digging because they have short legs, big feet, and strong claws. They live in large tunnels up to 30 meters long. Wombats are nocturnal, which means they eat at night. They mostly eat grass and roots. The average wombat is about 1 meter long and about 25 kg. Did you know wombats have cube-shaped poo? Cube-shaped poo, so funny. That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? Okay, sugar gliders. The cutest animal on our list, I think. Sugar glider. The sugar glider is a small nocturnal marsupial that is found in northern and eastern Australia. They live in trees and like to eat sweet things like nectar, pollen, and tree sap. They can jump from tree to tree. Adult sugar gliders are around 15 to 21 centimeters and have long tails that they can grip things with. They weigh between 100 and 160 grams. Did you know sugar gliders can live in very cold climates? They group together to stay warm. Okay, so we've found out about 4 animals so far, and now we're going to go on to the kangaroo, and this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. So now, boys and girls, you can choose the one animal that you like the most and go to read more about it. So there's sugar glider, koala, platypus, and wombat. I have just read the fact files for these 4 animals, so you can rewind the video to listen again about the animal you chose. You can also find these fact files in PDF format on the school website, which says Australian Animals Pre-Task and Fact Files. So use this video and use the PDF to do your pre-task and write your 3 facts. So remember that you need to practice reading out your 3 facts. You need to practice reading out your 3 facts, because I may ask you to read them during the Zoom lesson. So number 2, you should bring your paper with the 3 facts on it to the Zoom lesson. So practice reading out your 3 facts and bring your paper to the Zoom lesson so that if I ask you, you can quickly answer. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed listening to this video and finding out about Australian animals. Remember to come to the Zoom lesson on time, get there a bit early if you can, bring your paper, and I will see you during the Zoom lesson, or if it's not me, you'll see Mrs. Burney. Okay, thank you boys and girls, goodbye.